January 11th. Ever since I got here, I've had a little fawn in the field, but just walked off. I'm set up over this tiny little 2-acre field right here in my portable stand with the cedar behind me here. I got some back cover, but I'm pretty exposed right here. This is kind of a one and done sit. This field right here is just completely tracked up. This was all like super short soybeans, and the combine couldn't pick it that good, and there was a ton of waste. It just tracks everywhere. And I'm overlooking this grass right here. The best bedding is from right in there. I should be able to see all the way up on that hill if anything's walking around over there. My wind is all blowing this direction. It's pretty much the only direction I can blow it to sit right here. I could have set up on the far end of the field for like an observation hunt. But I figured with the wind going like this is the least possible direction that something will come from, but they still could. There's tracks over there. But like I said, the bedding is all right out in there and deep into there. They like to come out right here in this corner, and hopefully I can shoot them when they get out in the field right here. Or if they're in the grass. There's 2 big bucks out here that I know about, along with multiple other 8-pointers and forks and spikes. There's like 10 to 12 different bucks I have pictures of. Probably about 3:30 right now, so got a good hour and 15 minutes left, so let's see what comes out.
Wow, was that an awesome hunt or what? I mean, I think I saw a total of like 15 or 17 deer. At one point I saw 4 or 5 does way up there on that hill, like 200 yards away, as there was like 5 or 6 in the field I was hunting over. And other than those 2 last little deer right at last light there, those were 2 little bucks. I wanted to get out of there before more does showed up, if they did show up. I was taking the camera arm down, and maybe one of them saw me, and then they kind of just ran into the woods, but they didn't know what I was really, because they were way upwind of me where all the other deer were. That was the perfect wind to hunt that field, blowing my scent right back into like the short grass, and that's just kind of like all nighttime movements right there. Nothing really beds in that direction or comes from that direction. They're all coming from right out in front of me like they did. And I saw those 2 decent bucks, those 2 up-and-comers. I think they could be 2-year-olds or 3-year-olds, I don't really know, but those are 2 nice little bucks right there, that's for sure. And at one point I thought I heard something deeper in the bedding area when both those bucks were out there. Like there was some, like, it wasn't a deer like blowing like they smelt me, but it was like some coughing, like something like that, some just weird vocalizations or something. And then that was only like for a couple seconds, and then maybe a couple minutes later I heard something. It sounded like something rubbing a tree. I'm sure that's what it was. Who knows if it was the big one or not, but it might have been, because those bucks were kind of looking back in that direction like they were getting concerned or something. So maybe they knew something was bigger in there, or that could have been just another 2-year-old, because I know there was a couple other 2-year-old up-and-comer bucks too. But the way it was acting, and all the other deer were out already and he was still in there, maybe he went out the other way, because I know they do go out that side a lot too. There's a bunch of horsetails. There's like almost a half acre of like a horsetail patch. Those like straw, those green straw things, they love eating on those in the wintertime too. And there's all tons of, good deer bedding and deer sign on the other side of that bedding area too. So he could have gone out that way, but I don't know. But that was the hunt. I really felt like something was going to come out there at the end when those bucks kind of like worked off, all the does worked off, and then for a while there nothing came out until those 2 little bucks came in behind me from the other side of the field. But yeah, that was for sure my best hunt this year, and probably one of my best hunts ever, I can say. It's probably my best late season hunt ever without killing a deer. That one where my dad shot that 6-year-old at my grandparents' farm, there was like a dozen does with him too. He was the only buck, but man, that was so cool to see all those deer tonight and not spook a thing. I didn't bump anything walking out that I know of either. I had my headlamp on, because I know sometimes with the light, the deer don't really know what it is. And the snow is really quiet right now, surprisingly, because it warmed up today. It's probably warmer now than what it was when I got out there. So I didn't really screw up that spot too bad. I was setting up where I set up. I figured I'd be spooking deer tonight, but it's pretty much, that was a clean sit. So I'll probably be back in here next Saturday, or this upcoming Saturday, for another stick, because I know there's that big one's in here during daylight. I got a couple daylight pictures of him throughout the property, but who knows if he's gonna. I left my stand in that tree tonight because it looks like it's gonna be a different wind on Saturday, so I might have to set up on the other side of the field. So we'll see what happens. Catch you in the next video, guys.